They didn't knock. The glass shattered before the sound of footsteps even registered. 3 men in black suits stepped in, moving silently, their guns already raised. Amara didn't even have time to scream. The first shot never landed, because he was already there. Dr. Kang moved faster than logic. He grabbed her and pulled her down just as the bullet ripped through the wall behind them. Stay down. His voice wasn't calm anymore. It was lethal, the kind of voice that didn't belong in a hospital, the kind that belonged to the shadows beneath it. Another shot rang out. This time, he didn't dodge. He responded. A hidden weapon slid into his palm like it had always been there. 2 shots. Precise. Controlled. The first man dropped before he understood what happened. The second hesitated, and that was his mistake. Silence returned as quickly as it had been broken. Amara's breathing was uneven, her heart monitor screaming in warning. Not just fear, her condition was reacting violently. Dr. Kang turned immediately. Focus on me, he said, gripping her shoulders. Breathe. I can't. Yes, you can. He leaned closer, his forehead pressing briefly against hers, a moment too intimate for the chaos around them. Stay with me. Her eyes locked on his, and slowly, her breathing steadied. But the damage was done. Not to her, to him. Because now, there was no going back. If you felt that tension, hit like right now, because this is just the beginning of the war they just walked into. Within minutes, the room was cleared. Bodies gone. Glass replaced. As if nothing had happened. That's how his world worked, clean, silent, deadly. But Amara had seen it, and she wasn't the same anymore. You killed them, she said quietly. Not accusing, just stating the truth. Dr. Kang didn't deny it. Yes. No apology. No explanation. She swallowed. You're not just a doctor. No. Silence stretched between them, heavy. Then she asked the question that changed everything again. Who are you? He could have lied. He should have. But instead. I'm the reason they came for you. Her chest tightened, not from illness, but from realization. You brought danger into my life. No, he said, stepping closer. I brought protection. That was the moment she should have walked away. But she didn't. Because somewhere between fear and truth, she had already chosen him. If you're still here, type Kang in the comments, because what he's about to do next will shock you. That night, he moved her. Not to another room. Not to another hospital. But somewhere no one could reach, a private residence hidden within Seoul's elite district. Guarded. Untouchable. You're staying here, he said. For how long? Until no one is trying to kill you. She let out a small, uneasy laugh. That's not comforting. It's not supposed to be. Days passed, but something shifted. Away from the chaos came something else, quiet moments, real ones. She began to see him without the cold mask, and he began to see her without fear. You don't sleep, she noticed one night. I do. When? When necessary. She smiled slightly. You're lying. That made him pause, not because of the accusation, but because, she was right. You ask a lot of questions. And you avoid all of them. A brief silence followed. Then unexpectedly, he smiled. Small. Rare. But real. And it hit her harder than anything else, because men like him weren't supposed to feel like that, and women like her weren't supposed to matter to them. If this moment just caught you, subscribe now, you're witnessing the exact point where everything becomes irreversible. But peace never lasts. Not in his world. One call, that's all it took. They know, his assistant said. Who? Everyone. Dr. Kang's expression hardened instantly. And? They're not happy. Of course they weren't. A man like him wasn't allowed attachments, especially not one that could be used against him. Especially not her. That night, he stood outside her door longer than usual, watching, thinking, calculating. Because for the first time, he had something to lose. And that made him dangerous in a different way. Inside, Amara sat on the edge of the bed, waiting. She didn't know why, but she felt it. Something was coming. When the door finally opened, she didn't look surprised. "You're leaving," she said. Not a question, a fact. He stepped inside slowly. Yes. For how long? I don't know. Her chest tightened again, this time not because of her illness. Will you come back? That question lingered longer than it should have. Then he walked closer, close enough that she could feel his presence without touching him. I always come back. And for some reason, she believed him. Completely. If this line gave you chills, like and share this story, you're watching something special unfold. He left that night, straight into war. Because what Amara didn't know, was that the men who came for her weren't enemies. They were a warning. And the real threat was far worse, an organization that even Dr. Kang didn't fully control. A power above him. And they had made one thing very clear. Get rid of the girl, or lose everything. Back at the house, Amara couldn't sleep. Not because of fear, but because of him. His voice. His presence. The way he looked at her like she mattered, even when he didn't understand why. And that scared her more than anything else. Because she was falling. Fast. And in his world, love wasn't safe. 3 nights later. He didn't come back. If you can't wait for episode 3, comment, next episode. And don't forget to subscribe, as that is the only way you can assist us to keep creating mind-blowing stories. Thanks for subscribing into this lovely family.